Hello there. On Tuesday, we saw the clouds streaming in, bringing with it some outbreaks of rain. Rain continuing overnight and for a while into Wednesday as well.
Good morning from me, because it's a much milder start out there this morning, but wherever you are, be prepared for rain at some point. I'll tell you exactly where and when with your forecast.
I do think, though, if you're going to do exercise, thinking, oh, I'll do it tonight is the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
Because you're never going to do it, are you? Better just to get it done.
He's doing his exercises, warming up.
What's he doing? Oh, Matt, hi.
To be honest, when you're up first thing in the morning, the last thing I want to do is anything in the evening.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Can you do the weather at least, though?
I could try my best.
OK, please
anyway,
do.
let's get on with that. Very good morning to been a lovely week for rainbows so far, hasn't it? But not as many around today, but the picture, a hint that we'll see some sunshine break through the clouds every now and again. But wherever you are, be prepared for a little bit of rain at times today. Some heavier bursts through the afternoon too, and it will turn quite breezy in the west later.
And things are going to look a bit brighter, did you say, Matt?
There's some optimism for the weekend. Things turning dry, brighter after quite a showery week. But, yes, very good morning to you. Still some rain to come over the next few days, and certainly when the cloud rolls in, some of the downpours will be a little bit on the lively side. But when the sun comes out, compared to how we started the week, it is going to feel much, much milder out there. Dare I say, warm in places for, like, today. The temperatures this time of year, average across some northern eastern areas, around 11 to 14 degrees. Many spots could get up to around 18, 19, maybe even 20 Celsius. So a good 5-6 degrees above average through this afternoon. Good morning. Plenty of cloud around today, and where that cloud's in place, you could see some rain at times, but there will be some sunnier spells. And once the sun shines out, it's going to feel quite warm. I'll have your full forecast here on Breakfast.
And he's brought the rain.
Oh, dear.
Sorry, but I think best bit of advice, prepare for some wet weather today, but it's not all doom and gloom, I promise you, honestly. Very good morning to you. It certainly isn't. Let me just take you to Oxfordshire now. So from Banbridge in Northern Ireland to Grovewick in Oxfordshire, notice there are some breaks in the cloud, and those breaks will be quite crucial today, because once they come through and we'll see more sunshine develop later, it will actually feel quite warm for some of you.
Matt has the weather for us this morning. Morning, Matt.
Morning, Sally. Very good morning to all. We've got spring flowers starting to crop up everywhere now. Bluebells coming to bloom, as you can see here in Hampshire. They'll probably welcome a little bit of rain at the moment. The rainfall so far this month has been highly varied, but we will get that, and it will be pretty mild as well once the sunshine is out. But just to show you how variable the rain has been, I'm going to take you to northeast Scotland, Aberdeen and Inverurie, barely 20 miles apart, but there's been a big difference in rainfall amounts. Aberdeen has had half as much as they normally expect by this time of year. Barely a tenth in Shap, barely a tenth, sorry, I should say, in Inverurie. And Shap and Lancaster completely different in the fact that the gaps have been even bigger. Double the amount of rainfall normally at Shap. But I think most of us will see at least a little bit of rain at times through today. Good morning. Plenty of cloud around today. We'll all see some rain at some point. But as you can see here in Herefordshire, the cloud will break. The sunshine will come through. And once it does, it's going to feel quite warm for some of you. I'll have your forecast details here on Breakfast.
And Matt is gathering all your pictures from across the country and gathering the evidence of what the weather's doing. Morning.
Indeed, good morning. Bit grey and murky. I think that's probably the general theme for many so far this morning. But it's not all doom and gloom. Certainly isn't. But at the moment, in the Highlands, after some heavy early night rain, early morning rain, you can still see some low cloud that's formed. It's still moist out there at the moment, still with those grey skies overhead. But to prove that it won't be grey all the time, we've got some breaks in the cloud now in across southwest Wales. Only will be short-lived here, though, in Saundersfoot. There is some heavy rain about to move in the next hour or two.
So we've sent out our climate editor, Justin Rowlett, who joins us now. Hi, Justin. South London, what's the situation there?
I'm in Burgess Park in South London. Well, the situation here is it's a little bit cold and a little bit damp. It is not ideal butterfly weather.
Thank you very much, Sally. A very good morning. I'm going to take you to Carnarvon in northwest Wales, first of all. Some rain clouds still around, but notice there are some brighter breaks overhead, and that's really the story for quite a few of you through today. And a little bit of rain for the spring flowers over the next few days, but when the sunshine is out, and it will be, it's going to feel quite warm.
Oh, I'll exercise later on. That's always fatal.
Unless you're a night owl, in which case that's the best thing to do.
And if you exercise late, does that keep you awake, stop you sleeping? So many questions.
I was going to go for a run, but now I've decided I'm a night owl. Let's talk to Matt, who's got the weather. Yes.
You know what? When the alarm goes off at 2:45 in the morning, the last thing I'm thinking about for an evening is exercise.
No.
Bed. Just bed. Anyway, let's talk weather. Showery conditions. April, well known for it of course, with those showers, but it does mean we get highly variable amounts of rainfall across the country.
She's spoken this morning of the need for the government to crack down on the firms and advisors who appeared in our report. She said it's absolutely essential that the government cracks down on them. Evidence like this, I hope, will go straight to the police, and the police will begin their activity and break it apart.
Well, it's really interesting. I mean, the good news is that it's not all bad news. I mean, the park I'm standing in, Burgess Park in South London, they've spotted 23 of the UK's 58 butterfly species. So that gives you an idea that there are still quite a few butterflies out there. But what we're celebrating today really is this incredible survey. 50 years it's been going, 44 million separate records taken by citizen scientists during almost 800,000 surveys. They've walked the equivalent of to the moon and back twice, according to Butterfly Conservation, that organises the survey. And as I say, the survey shows that some butterfly species, those that have a wide variety of foodstuffs that they eat on, the generalists, if you like, are doing well, but those with more picky appetites are not doing so well.
There was some gorgeous sunshine for the butterflies there. Ben, how's it looking out there?
Absolutely, Lewis, and that is part of the story today. There is some sunshine and some warmth for the butterflies and for all of us as well. Temperatures across eastern parts of the UK are in many places around 5 degrees above the norm for this time of year.
So tennis weather or not?
Well, probably not this afternoon, I wouldn't have thought, unless you want the wind to chase that ball out of the way, because it is going to get quite blustery. Not quite yet. The wind is noticeable, but it is getting stronger. It's been quite gloomy this morning. There has been a lot of cloud, not a huge amount of sunshine around, but we still, of course, have the bluebells carpeting our local forest. Like I say, lots of clouds, some spots of rain. We've had some showers as well.
Well, Lewis, it's looking pretty mixed out there, actually, this afternoon. 3 main zones of weather across the UK right now. For many eastern parts, yes, there's a fair bit of cloud, but a few sunny spells, and it is feeling quite warm. Then we've got a band of rain that's been pushing its way in from the west. That was the scene for a weather watcher in Brecon earlier on. And behind that, into parts of Northern Ireland, Western England, Wales, we're seeing a mix of sunny spells and heavy thundery showers.
This is why this BBC investigation is so significant. I've been looking back at some polling this afternoon done by YouGov, tracking our collective views about various issues over the last 15 years. And over those 15 years, we've had the Brexit referendum in that time, we've had governments at Westminster involving the Conservatives, Liberal Democrats and Labour. There has been a persistent stickiness about people's concerns about asylum and immigration alongside the economy and the health service. In other words, a sense that governments have failed to adequately deal with those issues. So the question now is, can the government close the loopholes that we've exposed while still protecting the most vulnerable? And then can this government and its successors demonstrate that sense of fairness and control? They are huge questions for this government and its successors to try and grapple with.
Absolutely beautiful, but there's a shower coming in. Wish me luck. Here's the weather. Hello again. Well, it's not just the tulips out at the moment. There's wisteria as well, which feels amazing, doesn't it? Now, our weather tomorrow is mostly dry, but there are some showers around which could catch you out. Into Friday, quite a lot of cloud around, main story for Friday, and then potentially some rain overnight. But into the weekend, it gets more settled. And then for Saturday and Sunday, that high pressure is building. From me, from the beautiful tulips. See you later on. Have a great evening. Cheerio.
Yeah, look at that. What a beautiful place to be today.
I know, Sophie. If you get the sunshine at this time of year, it is gorgeous. But every time I seem to have looked out of the window today, the weather story has been changing. So rough seas telling the story, blustery winds out there, but blue sky and sunshine in Newquay. But look at this in Northern Ireland. When the showers came, they were heavy, even thundery as well.
And those flowers look very cheerful behind you, but I got caught in a rain shower on my way to work today. I expect lots of people did.
They did, yes, but everyone's cheerful. It's spring. Come on, we've got to stick with it. We have had quite an unsettled day, though. A warm front overnight last night left the legacy of cloud and these unsettled conditions. It also left this quite mild hair. Now, my hair this morning, all frizzy because of the humidity out there. We have had this cloud. Yes, we've had showers through today, spots of light rain all over the shop. But a few breaks in that cloud as well, especially later on this afternoon, even though even this evening we've had a few breaks in the cloud as well. We had a cold front which has been edging its way towards us.
And I'm here at the Oval Cricket Ground in London, where today's players just about managed to dodge the April showers. But will we be so lucky? I'll give you all the details and the full national forecast a little later in the programme.
Oh, and Becky is at the Oval Cricket Ground in South London. Now, Becky, the cricket season underway. That's going to mean rain, isn't it?
Well, I have to say, they've been pretty decent for the first cricket match of the season for the Surrey Women's. They did manage to just about avoid the rain, and it has been a really exciting place to come to today. One of the best bits about this job, actually, is the places that we get to go to. There's something about these stadiums. The atmosphere here is just completely palpable. It's a really exciting place to be. Now, whether you're a cricket obsessive or not, you'd be amazed to know how much the weather really affects the cricket of probably more than any other sport, perhaps, that it's affected by the weather. It's actually incredible how much they're linked. Obviously, rain stops play, we all know that, and it can even shorten matches. But prolonged hot and dry weather isn't ideal either, as the ground can become dangerously hard to dive on. The wind can either shorten or lengthen the big hits, and cloud cover and humidity even has an effect as well. In fact, in 2021, when England won its first ever Cricket World Cup, it was very much in large part the fact the weather was giving it most of the drama, because it was such challenging weather conditions, which as a weather presenter makes me feel very important. Now, we are going to be seeing some better conditions over the weekend after a couple of unsettled days, and you can see what's happening. At the moment, we've still got those bands of rain moving in from the Atlantic, but then we've got high pressure starting to build across us over the weekend, which gives almost perfect weather conditions for the first major cricket weekend of the season. Let's have a look now at the national forecast. So, as I say, over the next couple of days, we have got some not ideal conditions for cricket, but certainly fairly unsettled and quite changeable as well, with rain coming and going. And then, as you've just seen, as high pressure starts to build in across the UK over the weekend, it turns drier and it's brighter as well. Not soaring temperatures, not wall-to-wall sunshine, but definitely something more settled and brighter as well. Temperatures not looking too bad, because, as I say, it looks better for the weekend. But beyond that, I don't know. I'm completely stumped. Have a lovely evening.